Social Studies, class 7 beta, we are going to start chapter number 1, which is weather and climate. You have already done history and geography in we've already done history and geography beta in class 6. Now let's continue with the same concept in class 7. But we have changed the book. The book that you had last year, it was mostly covering history. But this book covers both history and geography, as you can clearly see. First, we are going to do a few chapters of geography, and then we will do history. So there's a change. Last year, most of the year you were doing history, and then you started geography. Or this year we're starting with geography. We'll do a few chapters of geography, and then we will do history. The same book will cover both history and geography, right? When we talk about history, bete, you all know what history is. History is, it covers things that have happened in the past. So nobody needs to know the definition of history. You're all aware. When we talk about history, when we are talking about things that have happened in the past. But geography, I want to explain a little bit about geography. What is the difference between history and geography? Geography, now if you can you see my screen clearly, beta? Beta, can you clearly see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Geography, beta, is the study of places and the relationships between people and their environment. Geographers, the people who study geography, are called geographers. They explore both the physical properties of Earth's surface and human societies spread across it. So physical properties of Earth's surface means properties of mountains, rivers, seas, all these physical structures on the Earth. The geographers, they explore these properties and their impact on human behavior. We just said this. Geographers, they are interested in Earth's physical features such as mountain, deserts, rivers, and ocean. Most importantly, bete, they are also interested in the ways people affect and are affected by the natural world. So now the geographers are interested in concepts like global warming. Why is the temperature rising? Why is it cool? Why is it hot, bete? So how is our behavior is affecting the natural world around us, and or maybe how is our natural phenomena such as cyclones and typhoons and rains and heat, how do they affect us, and how does our behavior affect these things, bete? Okay. As I said, bete, in the previous book we were doing first with history then geography, but now we're doing geography first, and then we'll deal with history. In this book that do you all have your book in front of you, beta?
Yes.
Okay. So we have 4 chapters of geography and 4 of history, beta. Is this clear to all of you? But please keep your cameras on, beta. I need to see all of you. Climate. The name of the chapter is Weather and Climate. You have the books in front of you. Let's start with the definition of weather. Weather is the state of the atmosphere at a particular place and a particular time, beta. Please pay a lot of attention to this. Particular place, particular time. So this is extremely important when we talk about climate. Then we will understand the difference. But weather is a particular place and particular time. So today is 37 degrees in Lahore. Today is 1st of July. So we are talking about a particular place. What place is it? It is Lahore. What time is it? It is 1st of July. So on a particular place, on a particular time, when we talk about the temperature, that is weather. When we come to climate, I'll explain the difference between weather and the climate. Weather, it is produced in the layer of the atmosphere called the troposphere. The weather is produced in the layer of the atmosphere called the troposphere. I'll just explain in detail what atmosphere is, bete. For troposphere, bete, please open your book, page number 5. All of you open your books, page number 5, bete. You all have page number 5 in front of you?
Yes.
Okay, but can you see that image, figure number 1.5 in the book? Shayan bete, I've unmuted you bete. Shayan, Kinza, Rohma, I've unmuted all of you bete, so you need to answer bete. Can you see the figure bete, figure 1.5 on page number 5? Kinza, can you see that bete?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we start from the, if you look at the bottom of the picture, troposphere, this is the zone of weather. That means the area that is closest to the earth's surface, up to 7 miles. So if you go 7 miles high from the earth's surface means the place where we are right now. If you go 7 miles high, that place is called troposphere. What is it called? Troposphere. This is the place where, this is the zone of weather. This is where the weather is, how it impacts us बेटे. तो ये जो जगह है 7 miles तक from the earth's surface, this is the zone of weather. यहाँ पे weather impact करता है, यहाँ पे weather create होता है बेटे. If you go above that, above 7 miles, from 7 miles to 50 miles, that is the area that is called stratosphere. Can you all see that? Stratosphere सबको नजर आ रहा है बेटा? Troposphere के ऊपर?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So stratosphere is a place where the jet planes fly. Jet planes जो होते हैं वो they go above troposphere and fly in stratosphere. उससे ऊपर बेटे जाएं, after the stratosphere from 50 miles up to 200 miles above the earth, it is called ionosphere. At this place the air gets thinner, there is less oxygen, and there's less oxygen, less water vapor and dust. And then if you go further up, if you go 200 miles above the earth, that is the place into space where the satellites, so when you talk about satellites, we have satellites and we have sent the satellites. So satellites 200 miles above the earth's surface jaake, that's where they function and they do whatever they're supposed to do. So you understand, troposphere is the place that is closest to the earth's surface, and in this place and this area the weather functions and the weather is applicable in this area. Do you understand this now? Okay, now I need to listen from all of you. You know what is weather? I told you like approximately it is 37 degrees today. So now tell me one by one, why is weather important, bete? Let's start with Khatija beta. Khatija beta, you tell me why is weather important? How do you think weather impacts you, beta? Khatija beta. Khatija is not. Khatija, can you hear me? Okay, then let's go to Musa. Musa beta, you tell me beta, why is weather important? क्यों important है weather? क्यों आपको study करना चाहिए weather? Musaf? मुसा बेटा आपको आवाज नहीं आ रही?
सर आ रही है.
बेटे बताइए ना, वेदर क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके नजदीक? अगर हम कह रहे हैं कि आज 37 डिग्री से, क्या ख्याल है आपका, क्यों वेदर इंपॉर्टेंट है बेटे?
कि हमें रोजाना का पता चल सके कि आज कितना.
ओके, सो चलिए मैं एक दो बच्चों से और से बात करता हूं, फिर I'll come back to you. Just Tahir bete, why do you think is weather important?
Weather is important for sailors and everyone else also, because
very good. Excellent. Why do sailors need to know about weather, Tahir? ताहिर आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा बेटे, बताइए ना, तो सेलर्स को वेदर को क्यों पता चलना चाहिए? अगर वो सेल करने जा रहे हैं, if they taking their boat into the waters, why do they need to know about weather?
Because if the weather is stormy, so they cannot go. If the weather is okay, then they can go.
Excellent. If the weather is okay, they can go. If the weather is not okay, then they should not go. They should wait till the weather becomes fine. You understand? Anybody else? Who else is here? Kaleem, आप बताइए बेटे, why is weather important? Kaleem बेटा बताइए, why is weather important? आज आपने सबने बताया कि थिक क्लोथ्स पहने हुए हैं या वार्म या टी शर्ट पहनी हुई है और लाइट क्लोथ्स पहने हुए हैं. क्या पहना हुआ है सबने? टी शर्ट पहनी हुई है या ब्लेजर पहना हुआ है, स्वेटर पहना हुआ है? कलीन
T-shirt.
टी शर्ट. वाई बेटे ब्लेजर क्यों नहीं पहना आज सबने?
Because it is hot.
It is hot. Is it Cheyenne now, bete?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you see the difference, bete. If it was raining or it was cold, you would have worn a Fazail, bete. You're disturbing the class. Okay. Again, if it's cold, bete, if it is raining, maybe you need a sweater, maybe you need a blazer. This is why weather is important. So आप weather forecast check करते हैं अपने phones पे, अपने newspapers में, television पे, you check the forecast of the weather. So if it's the weather is cold, you dress up accordingly. Better you wear a full sleeve shirt, or if the weather is warm, then you wear a t-shirt or you wear light clothes or you wear cotton clothes. Better. So this is why weather is important. The Tahir rightly said, the sailors, when they're going out for fishing, they need to know if it's stormy or if it's going to be okay. Then they should fly. The flights, if the weather is bad, the flights are, sometimes the flights are cancelled when the weather is bad. The flights don't take off, right? It's extremely important for them to know कि हमें take off करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए. खुदा न खास्ता accident हो सकता है अगर weather ठीक नहीं है और flight take off कर देती है. So it is extremely important for us to know how is the weather. It impacts us every day. If it's raining, you dress up accordingly. If it's really hot, you dress up accordingly. If it is really cold, you dress up accordingly. अगर fog है बहुत ज़्यादा, you dress up. You know कि आपको fog है तो आपको lights on करनी पड़ेंगी, आपको precaution करनी पड़ेगी. So understand why is weather important. ठीक है. Now we go to the next topic. When I was defining weather, I said weather is the state of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. So now we understand what weather is. Now the next thing was, I said I'll explain to you what is atmosphere. When we all use the word atmosphere. Atmosphere hota kya hai? Atmosphere is the layer of gases around the earth. Earth is a place where we live. The layer of gases around the earth is called atmosphere. It is held in place by earth's gravity. You all know the earth has a gravity, bete. Koi bhi whatever thing there is, it falls down. If you drop, if you have anything in your hands, if you have keys in your hands, or if you have anything else in your hands and you let it go, it will fall on the ground. But why does it fall on the ground? Because of the earth's gravity. The gravity of the earth, a force around the earth that pulls everything around itself. तो अगर हम किसी भी चीज को छोड़ते हैं तो जमीन पे गिरेगी. वो किसकी वजह से गिरेगी? अर्थ की ग्रेविटी की वजह से. तो जो गैसेस हैं, द एटमॉस्फेयर इज द लेयर ऑफ गैसेस. व्हाई आर दे हेल्ड क्लोज टू द अर्थ? बिकॉज ऑफ द अर्थ्स ग्रेविटी. जो अर्थ की ग्रेविटी है उन गैसेस को अपने करीब रखती है, अपने पास रखती है. और दिस इज व्हाई एटमॉस्फेयर है, और दैट इज व्हाई इट स्टेज नियर द अर्थ. The atmosphere protects life on earth by absorbing ultraviolet rays from the sun. So these gases, what they do is they protect us from the ultraviolet rays that are coming from the sun and that can harm us with it. What is atmosphere composed of? It is, as we said, it is composed of gases. 78% of the atmosphere is nitrogen, 21% is oxygen, and 1% is other gases such as carbon dioxide. And you all know we inhale oxygen to survive, right? If there was no oxygen, we would not be able to survive. So we inhale oxygen to survive. You must have heard about people who are suffering from coronavirus. You must have heard their oxygen level goes down and they have to be given oxygen to survive with it. So we all need oxygen to survive. Okay. What else there is in the atmosphere? There are variable quantities of water vapor and dust is also there in atmosphere. So atmosphere is all around us. That is the layer of gases that is around the earth. It is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and very little carbon dioxide. There are also water vapors and dust in the atmosphere. Now we're going to read about elements of weather. We know what is weather, but what are the elements of weather? I need someone to read. Who wants to read? Start reading with it. Who wants to volunteer? Who's you? Tell your name. Asnan, read it. It is temperature, page number 6, bete. You see heading elements of the weather, उसके नीचे आपको temperature नजर आएगा. Please read from there, beta.
Sir, where?
Page number 6, beta.
Yes.
Okay, start
Yes,
reading,
sir.
beta. Yes, beta, start reading.
We have already learned some of the ways in which temperature
Influences people. Come on, beta, keep reading.
affects what we feel, what we wear, and what we can grow. It also affects other weather conditions. For example, the amount of water vapor that the air can hold depends on the temperature of the air. Then, then fact box. Towns and cities create their own heat island at night. A city center may be up to 10 Celsius warmer than the surrounding countryside. This is because the bricks, concrete, and tarmac of the buildings and roads absorb heat from the sun during the day. In addition, smoke and fumes from chimneys and vehicles increases
Vehicles,
the
beta.
heat of
Hasnan, vehicles,
vehicles
beta.
vehicles increase the heat of the air.
That's
Air
it, beta.
pressure.
Thank you, beta. Hasnan, that's it, beta. Thank you. So first of all, the first element of the weather that we're going to study is temperature, beta. And we have already discussed, okay, it affects temperature means, as I said, it is 37 degrees now. In winter, it goes down to, sometime it goes down to 10 degrees, 5 degrees. So you see the difference between 37 and 5 and 10, a huge difference between. So winter, when it goes down to 5 degrees, we dress up accordingly, we dress up warmly, we wear blazers and sweaters and everything. And in summers, when it goes up to 35, 40, even 45, then we wear t-shirts because we want to protect ourselves. So this is this difference in the weather. This is the temperature, beta. When we read the 37 degrees, 5 degrees, 10 degrees, ये जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, ये weather का ये कौन सा element है? This is temperature, beta. ठीक है? And we have also this the fact box that Hassan just read. At night, a city center may be up to 10 degrees warmer than the surrounding countryside. City center means, if you talk about Lahore, bete, in the city, it might be warmer than outside. यहाँ के temperature यहाँ पे ज़्यादा होगा और थोड़ा सा बाहर निकल जाएंगे temperature कम होगा. Why? Because during the day when it is hot, all the buildings, the roads, everything that is in the city, that is absorbing heat. वो heat absorb करती रहती है और वो फिर रात वो इतनी जल्दी वो heat खत्म नहीं होती, तो हमें रात तभी warm रहता है. लेकिन अगर हम country side पे चले जाएं, we will go out of Lahore, we will notice कि वहाँ पे सब चीजें नहीं होती जो heat को absorb करती हैं, तो इतनी वहाँ पे ज़्यादा maybe इतनी ज़्यादा heat नहीं होगी. वो रात को there not इतनी ऐसी बिल्डिंग्स या रोड्स नहीं है जो सारा दिन हीट एब्जॉर्ब करते हैं, तो रात को मे बी इट विल गेट कूलर देन लाहौर. और आपने देखा होगा बेटे, आप इन योर स्टेइंग इन योर हाउस, you must have noticed that during the summer when your it gets hot and hot, तो आपकी क्या होती है, जो आपके घर होते हैं, आपकी छतें, आपकी ब्रिक्स वो हीट को एब्जॉर्ब करती रहती हैं और वो आपको हर वक्त गर्मी लगती रहती है. इवन इफ इट गेट्स लिटिल बेटर आउटसाइड, आप अंदर इसलिए गर्मी लगती है क्योंकि वो आपकी जो ब्रिक्स हैं घर की, उन्होंने हीट एब्जॉर्ब कर लिया और वो मुसलसल आपको हीट दे रही है. ओके, हु वांट्स टू रीड नेक्स्ट?
Me.
Who is me? Tell your name.
Musaf.
Musaf, read air pressure, beta.
Air pressure. Air presses down on the earth's surface and on everything that is on the surface, including on all of us. The weight of the air, that is the air pressure, varies according to the temperature of the air and the altitude.
Okay, beta.
Weight.
Air, just beta, man. Air has weight. The air that is all around us, it is not weightless, beta. It has weight and it presses down on the earth's surface. It presses down on the earth's surface because it has weight. ये हम पे pressure डाल रही है air जो है हमारे ऊपर, और सब चीजें जो earth पर है, it's putting pressure on those things, beta. The weight, this is called the weight. This air around us, it is putting pressure on all of us. This is called weight. The weight, and how much is this weight? It depends on the temperature and the altitude. हाइट, एल्टीट्यूड मींस हाइट, कितनी हाइट पर एयर है और उसका टेम्परेचर के उस पर डिपेंड करता है, बट एयर हैज वेट और वो एयर वेट हमारे ऊपर हम सब के ऊपर आ रहा है, हम उसको फील करें, उसको हम एयर प्रेशर कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट, मुसफ कीप रीडिंग बेटे, डायरेक्शन ऑफ द विंड.
Wind. The direction of the wind. Wind is the movement of air from an area of high pressure, for example, 1018 MB, to an area of low pressure, for example, 991 MB. So the direction of the wind is the result of differences in air pressure. It may also be a dry wind or it may bring rainfall. The wind may also be a hot or cold wind depending on the temperature of the place from which it blows.
Okay, bete. So direction of the wind, bete, the wind blows from an area of high pressure to an area of low pressure. ठीक है, हमने एयर प्रेशर की बात कर ली. एयर हैज वेट, दिस प्रेशर. So from an area of high pressure, the wind moves to an area of low pressure. ठीक है, अभी हम in the next paragraph, when we read the images on the next page, आपके बात समझ आ जाएगी. It moves from an area of high pressure to an area of low pressure. ठीक है, land and sea. Now I want one of the girls to read. Who wants to read? Khatija, Kinsa, who wants to read? Who beta?
Kinza.
Kinza, read beta, shabash. Land and sea breezes beta.
In this chapter, we will learn about the differences in temperature and air pressure during the year that cause monsoon winds. These winds blow over thousands of miles, but differences in temperature and air pressure during 24 hours are also the cause of local winds that blow in the coastal areas of Pakistan and other countries. Karachi is larger than Lahore and other cities inland in Pakistan. Karachi also has more industries that can cause air pollution. So why is Karachi's air fresher and less dusty than the air in Lahore and other inland cities? Local winds called land and sea breezes, which are explained in figure 1.8 and AB, make Karachi's air fresher.
Okay, beta. So just stop here for a second. All of you, beta, look at the diagrams on page number 7. You have books in front of you? All of you have books in front of you, beta? Page number 7, can you see the diagrams? Page number 1.8a and 1.8b on in the book. Can you see those diagrams? The two diagrams, beta? Can you see them, beta? Let's start. Let's first look at 1.8a bit. 1.8a is daytime sea breeze. Can you see that clearly? Look in the book, Kaleem beta. Look in your book, beta. Focus on your book, beta. Musaf, look in your book. Khadija, everyone, beta, look in your books. Tahir, figure 1.8a on page number 7 is daytime sea breeze. So what's happening here is now that during the day, the land becomes heats up quickly than the sea. You know, we all know that it is hot during the day, so the land becomes hotter quickly than the sea. ठीक है, आपको कराची नजर आ रहा है जहाँ पे वहाँ पे low pressure लिखा हुआ नजर आ रहा है. In the first diagram, I'm explaining the first diagram. You see Karachi and you see low pressure. So what's happening is during the day, the land means where the city is, it becomes warmer more quickly than the sea. So what happens when it becomes warmer, the warm air rises from the city. The warm air rises up above, ऊपर चली जाती है. जब warm air ऊपर चली जाती है, so from the sea, cooler air, which is cooler, it comes from sea, it moves through the city. warm air ऊपर चली गई, तो sea की तरफ से जो sea breeze है, वो high pressure है और land में low pressure है. So as I said, from an area of high pressure, the wind moves to the area of low pressure. Land में से air ऊपर चली गई, तो जो vacuum create हुआ, जो space create हुई air के ऊपर जाने से, sea में से air आई और उसने उसको cover कर लिया बेटे. ठीक है, और इस वजह से if you have been to Karachi, you would have noticed that there's always it's always windy, bete. It's always windy than Lahore because it's close to sea and there's wind coming from the sea, bete. Now you go to the next diagram. Night time, land breeze. The first diagram was daytime, now is night time. Night time में क्या होता है, just like the land, it becomes hotter, thicklier than the sea. Similarly, at night times it becomes cooler quickly, more quickly than the sea. बेटे जो land है वो heat up भी जल्दी होती है और cool down भी जल्दी होती है. So when it cools it cools down, then there is higher pressure on the land. As please look in your book, bete, and the sea. आप देखिए arrow going from Karachi, which is Karachi means the land area. वहां से it's going towards the sea. You notice the arrow is going from Karachi towards the sea because the warm air, the sea is warmer now as compared to the land. तो सी में से जो वार्म एयर है वो राइज कर रही है, ऊपर जा रही है. वो जब ऊपर जा रही है तो नीचे वैक्यूम क्रिएट हो रहा है, स्पेस आ रही है. तो फिर लैंड की तरफ से कूलर एयर जो है वो सी की तरफ जा रही है. ठीक है, तो नाइट टाइम में लैंड ब्रीज है बिकॉज लैंड इज कूलर और सी इज वार्मर. सी की जो वार्म एयर है वो ऊपर चली गई और लैंड की तरफ से एयर सी की तरफ चली गई. जो डे टाइम में ऑपोजिट कॉन्सेप्ट है बिकॉज डे टाइम में लैंड वार्मर है सी के मुकाबले में, तो लैंड की एयर ऊपर चली गई और सी की तरफ से कूल एयर जो है वो लैंड की तरफ आ गई. ठीक है, जस्ट फोकस ऑन द डायग्राम फॉर अ सेकंड, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस बेटा. ये कॉन्सेप्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है बेटे, आपको समझ आ रही है सबको? किंजा, रोमा, कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस बेटा?
Yes.
रोमा, व्हाट डू यू नीड टू आस्क बेटे? You can ask बेटा. रोमा बेटा, आपका क्या क्वेश्चन है बेटा?
Sir, I want to read.
I'll give you a chance बेटे. I'll give you a chance बेटा. You understand all this बेटे? ये बात समझ आई सबको बेटे?
Yes.
दोनों डायग्राम्स को गौर से देखें बेटे. एक डे टाइम है, एक नाइट टाइम है. तो डे टाइम में सी ब्रीज है, डे टाइम में सी ब्रीज है. नाइट टाइम में लैंड ब्रीज है. डे टाइम में द लैंड गेट्स वार्मर क्विकली, तो हवा जो एयर है ऊपर चली जाती है बेटे, और सी की तरफ से जो एयर है वो कूलर है, वो उसको स्पेस को जो कवर करती है. और नाइट टाइम में जो सी है वो वार्मर रहता है, लैंड जल्दी कूलर हो जाती है, तो सी की तरफ से हवा ऊपर चली जाती है और जो वैक्यूम क्रिएट होता है लैंड से जो एयर है वो सी की तरफ चली जाती है बेटे. तो डे टाइम में इट इज सी ब्रीज एंड एट नाइट टाइम इट इज लैंड ब्रीज बेटे. ओके रोमा बेटे, रीड स्पीड ऑफ द विंड बेटे. Tabeen, you came very late beta.
Sir, from where?
Speed of the wind beta, page number 7.
Speed of the wind. We are always aware of the speed of the wind. On the windy day, it may be difficult to cycle if you are facing the wind. The wind may blow a lot of dust into the air, which gets in your eyes. The speed or strength of the wind depends on the air pressures causing the wind. If there is an area of very high pressure near an area of very low pressure, then the air will move from one area to another very quickly. That will be a very strong wind or perhaps a gale.
Okay. So this is again the speed of the wind that is explaining you if you do cycling and it's very windy bete, you will see के आपकी सारी जो wind है, dust है आपकी eyes में जा रही है and it becomes difficult to bete. Sometimes when you're driving and it's very windy, you see the car almost shaking bete. आपको you find it difficult to drive. So this is the speed of the wind. When the speed of the wind is very strong, then it is called gale bete. Gale means very strong wind bete. At times you must have noticed when the trees fall, when the sometimes there is electricity outage bete, even the electricity poles fall down bete because of the strong speed of the wind bete. So this is wind, this is the speed of the wind bete. So these are three. There are other elements of weather we have not done. I've mentioned 6 bete. We have done temperature, we have done air pressure, we have done direction bete, and we have done strength bete. We have not covered rainfall, humidity, sunshine. We'll do this next time. The first 4 we have covered. The next 4 we'll cover next time, and then we will also discuss about weather forecast and climate bete. If you have any question, you just have 2 minutes. If you have any questions bete, you can ask right now. Anybody beta, any question? You're all unmuted beta, you can ask beta.
Sir,
Yes beta.
मैंने आपसे पूछना था लैंड एंड सी ब्रीज का, ये जो डे टाइम सी ब्रीज है उसमें जो पानी है वो गरम रहेगा, ठीक है?
बेटे डे टाइम में क्या हो रहा है कि जो जमीन है वो ज्यादा जल्दी गर्म हो रही है, ठीक है? तो अगर जमीन गर्म हो रही है तो जो एयर है जमीन के ऊपर वो ऊपर चली जाती है, ठीक है? वो ऊपर चली गई तो वो स्पेस क्रिएट होगी ना, जो एयर थी वो वार्म एयर ऊपर चली गई, स्पेस क्रिएट होगी जमीन पे, तो सी की तरफ से कूलर एयर आएगी बेटे,
ओके।
ठीक है? क्योंकि वो अब सी में प्रेशर ज्यादा हो गया और लैंड में प्रेशर कम हो गया, लैंड की जो एयर है वो ऊपर चली गई, कम हो गया, सी में प्रेशर ज्यादा है, सी की तरफ से जो एयर है लैंड की तरफ आ गई, ठीक है? जो डे टाइम में सी वार्म होगा बेटे, लेकिन लैंड के मुकाबले में कम वार्म होगा, लैंड ज्यादा वार्म होगी, सी कम। सुभान बेटे नेक्स्ट क्लास में अगर आप कैमरा ऑन नहीं करेंगे बेटे तो आपको क्लास में एंटर नहीं करूंगा बेटे, आपको थ्रू आउट कैमरा ऑन रखना है, ठीक है बेटे? समझ आ गया आपको? Anyone else with any question?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, बेटे।
सर इस चैप्टर के क्वेश्चन आंसर इसी अगली क्लास में मिलेंगे?
बेटे अभी अगली क्लास में आपका चैप्टर इंशाल्लाह खत्म करेंगे, उसके बाद फिर आपको क्वेश्चन आंसर को व्हाट्सएप या ईमेल आ जाएंगे।
ओके, क्वेश्चन आंसर क्या कह रहे हैं? अगली क्लास
क्वेश्चन आंसर भी मैं आपको दे दूंगा बेटे, डोंट वरी अबाउट क्वेश्चन आंसर, यू विल गेट द क्वेश्चन आंसर्स। नेक्स्ट क्लास में बेटे आपने वर्ड बुक भी अपनी लेकर आनी है बेटे, यू हैव टू कीप योर